Hello student, I am Alka Sharma from NCMS Chabua. Students, today I am taking the class 8 social study geography chapter number 2, land, soil, water, natural vegetation and wildlife resource. My dear student, in a small village of Tanzania, Africa, Mamba gets up early in the morning and she is going to fetch a water. She has to walk a long distance and when she returned near about it took few hours. She then helped her mother for her house jobs and then she joined her brother for taking the care of goats. All her family owns a piece of rocky land. His father is doing some agriculture work in small part of land and growing some maize and vegetable. It was very difficult for them to run the family. Now there is another boy, Peter. He lives in the heart of sheep rearing region in New Zealand. They are having wool processing industries. They are living in hilly regions. They have big land which cover with green grass and they are rearing the sheep and using the latest technology for rearing. Even they are growing some crops also. So they are running very good life. All the facilities are available. Now you see the two situations, Mamba and the Peter, their life is different. Why? You see there, because the standard and different way of life that the peoples lead at particular places are controlled by many physical as well as human factors like quality of land, soil, water, whether water is available or not, what type of natural vegetation is available, animals and usage of technology. So these availability of resources are the main reason for the difference in different places of the world. Now land. Today I am taking the topic land. Land is one of the most important natural resource. Do you know our earth total land cover is only about 30% of the total area of the earth's surface. The parts of land which are suitable for living, that we call habitable land, and the part of the land which is not suitable for us, so we call them as inhabitable land. Areas which include rugged topography, steep slopes of the mountains, low-lying areas, susceptible to waterlogging, desert areas, thick forest areas are. Can the peoples will be reside there? These are normally sparsely populated or uninhabited areas because all the things are not available here. See the next. Plain and river valleys, they provide suitable land for the cultivated condition for agriculture. Therefore these areas are densely populated area of the world. Like see in India, northern plain area, these are highly densely populated because all the things are available. Now land uses. Land is used in many ways for various purposes which are commonly we call land use. Land can be used for what purpose we are using land? We are using for agriculture activities, forest, mining, building houses, roads, construct and setting up industries. But land, use of land is determined by two factors, physical as well as human factor. What are the physical factors? The physical factors include topography, soil, climate, minerals, availability of water. Population and technology are human factors which are also important because how we can use land. That is why it is very important. On the basis of ownership, land can be again classified as private and community. Private means it is owned by individual like house or plot etc. That is called private land. Community land, it is owned by the society or the community. They are using it for common use, like so many people in the forest, they are collecting fodder, fruits, medicinal nuts, medicinal herbs. These are called community land because these are used for all. Common resources are available. But now The ever-growing demand of the people nowadays to land to build up commercial area, housing complex in urban area, in the rural areas the agricultural lands are expanded, and that reflect the change in land patterns in our society. So these changes are responsible for so many type of destructions like land degradation, the quality of land is are getting destroyed, landslides, soil erosion and desertification, all these are natural disasters are going too much. How we can conserve the land resource? So now student, you know the continuous increasing population and there is a huge demand had led large scale of destruction of forest cover area, arable lands and also create a losing of natural resource. So the rate of degradation of land resource must be checked properly. How we can check? By doing afforestation, land reclamation, regulated, we can control the chemical and pesticides and fertilizers we are using in agriculture. We can check the overgrazing because when animals are moving in the forest areas, their food will be destroyed the roots of the small plants. So in this way the soil will become loose and it will be cause soil erosion. So in this way we can control the overgrazings, and these are the some common methods by which we can conserve our land resource. Landslide is a natural disaster, always every time during rainy season we are getting these news. What are called landslides? Landslides are simply defined as mass movement of rocks, debris of earth down on a slope. They often take place in the place where like earthquake, floods and volcanoes erupt. A prolonged spell of when rainfall, large amount of rainfall can cause havoc to settlement downstreams, and when the streams come down in the hilly terrain, so there was a major landslides and this got a natural disaster. And due to this, when the landslide will be appear, there is a large amount of life will be destroyed, and now it is a major concern. A case study you see how the landslide appear on this. A massive landslide hit Panji, a village near Rikong, Piu, Kinnaur districts of Himachal Pradesh, and damaged a 200-meter stretch of Hindustan-Tibet Road, National Highway 22. How this landslide will be happen? This landslide was triggered by one intense hit blasting of Panji village due to the blasting of weak zone of slope collapsed due to and caused intense damage to road and nearby village. The Panji village was completely vacated and there is no possible of life. But question come, if this type of landslide will be happen, so what we do? We are having some technology by which we can save this. Yes, mitigation mechanism. Advancement in scientific techniques has empowered us to understand what are the factors of landslides and how we can manage them. So some broad mitigation techniques of landslides are as follows. See, hazard mapping. We locate the prone area where mostly these landslides will be occur. Hence such areas can be avoided, or building any we will avoid construction and human settlement. We will avoid this. So in this way we can prevent the life and the properties. Second one, construction of retention wall to stop lines from slipping. Means in the slopy area if we will construct the wall, so that will be safe. Third one, increase in the vegetation, the area which is prone to the landslide, where we can increase vegetation, like we can plant more like grass and plantation will be more, so in this way we can save. Next one is the surface drainage control works can be movement of slide like rainwater and spring. So these are the techniques by which we can save the landslide. Now next I am taking the soil. What is soil? A thin grainy substance which is covering the surface of the earth is called soil. It is closely linked to land, Landform determines the things like organic matter, minerals, weathered rocks that are found on the earth's surface. You can see soil profile. The underground rock, see, this is bedrocks. Here these are the parent material rock, partially weathered rock. Subsoil, compounds, drainage that will be accumulated here. Mineral particles mixed with the organic material, like when the leaves and animals, all the things will be died, they will be decomposed, and that decaying materials, organic material will mix. Then organic debris and all, and these are the place organic partially decomposed. In these surface layer the plants will be grow. In this way it will be divided. The long process of weathering is responsible for the formation of soil. The right mix of minerals and organic matter make the soil fertile. You have seen the northern area, the three rivers, Ganga, Brahmaputra, they will bring, Ganga, Brahmaputra rivers, they will bring, when they will fall down, so they will bring so many materials down, and in this way area fertile, that alluvial soils are available there. That is why these area, northern plains, are too much fertile area. Now, what are the factors of soil formation? The nature of parent rock and the climatic condition are the major factor of soil formation. Other factors are what type of topography, what are the role of organic materials, and the time taken for composition of soil. All are differ from place to place. That is why the soils are different in different regions. Now, soil, parent rock determines color, texture, chemical properties, minerals and content. Climate, temperature, rainfall influence the roles of weathering and humus. Relief, altitude, slopes, flora, fauna and microorganism. Time, it also determines the thickness of the soil. Now, you have seen soil are very important, but we human beings had destroyed this by doing our activities, like in urban areas we have started using the soil land part to construct buildings and all, and in the rural area people has expanded the agriculture activities. So in this way they had destroyed the quality of soil. So degradation of soil and conservation of nature is very important. Soil erosion and depletions are the true threat of soil as well. Both human and natural factors had done this degradation of soil. What are the causes by which the soil will be destroyed? Deforestation. Nowadays we had cut the forest. Overgrazing, when the animals will be allowed to move in the forest and plain area, I already explained you, their food will be destroyed, the roots of the plants. So in this way the overgrazing, the soil will be free and it will be lost. Overuse of chemicals, the factories are disposing these chemicals, so that chemical cause increase the acidity in the soil region and it will not use for any purpose. Next, fertilizers and pesticides, and next is the flood. During flood, all the upper layer of the soil will be washed with the rainwater. So these are the factors which destroy the quality of soil. So we have to be very careful. Method of soil conservation. So what type of method we will adopt to conserve the soil? Number one, mulching. Mulching, so the bare ground. Suppose a place bare ground and it is covered with the plant. What we can do? We can put the layer of organic matters like dry grass or straw. So it has to retain soil moisture. How? When the rainfall will be when rain will be fall, what happen? It will be absorbed by these straws. So it maintains the moisture content in the soil. Next, counter barrier. Counter barrier, stone, grass, soils are used. They used to build barriers along the, so what happen? They will collect the water and the soil will be not washed. Third one, rock dams. Rocks are piled on the slow down area where the water will be flow. So what happens here, we can arrange the rocks. So these prevents gullies and further soil loss. Terrace farming. When in the hilly area, broad flat steps are terrace are made in the slee slopes area, so flat surface are available where we can grow crops. In these places when we grow crops, what happens, they reduce reduce surface runoff and soil erosion. Intercropping. Now during agriculture time, we can grow different type of crops. One crop is harvested, the farmer can grow the another crop. So in this way we will not leave the land freely. So in this way, by doing intercropping pattern, we can save the soil because it protects them from soil from rainwash. Contour plugging. Plugging parallel to the, mostly in the hilly slope area, we are doing plugging in the parallel way. So what happens, the natural barrier will be stop the flow down the slopes. Shelter belts. In the coastal and dry region, rows of trees are planted to check the wind and movement to protect the soil. So now today you studied what is the land use, what is the soil profile, what are the method by which we can prevent it. And in the next class I will take water and natural vegetation. Thank you.